Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful style. As you can see, it's a very simple style. It has a half body stopping at the waistline, then this other part is gathered. Okay, as you can see, you can choose to make yours flay, and halfway through the down part of the dress there is tulle nets attached to it. Okay, but I'm not going to be attaching the tulle net. It's just very easy to do that, okay, on your own. The main focus on this style tutorial today is this, how to achieve this neckline, all right, and the sleeves. A little bit of details here. It shows that it has a princess dart. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. It has a princess dart, okay, and then this beautiful neckline. So let's go over to our pattern paper and show you how to make that. So over here I've gone ahead to mark out my bust line, under bust line, waistline respectively, and of course this is my shoulder line as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out my normal princess dart bustier bodice, and of course my pattern is on the fold, okay. Because of that neckline I cannot just use one part of the pattern to make this, so because of that neckline my pattern is on the fold. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark out my darts, contour it, and then shape out my bustier bodice. When I do that I'll show you. So guys, I'm done with my dart and bodice. Okay, so this is what I'll be having left here. Okay, so now I'm going to be opening it wide. So this is the full view. Okay, you're going to be joining this side back together like this, and this side as well, before placing it on your pattern paper. But that is not the main thing. Now these sides will remain the same. Okay, so now for the asymmetrical neckline, that shape of the neckline, let me show it to you guys again. So as you can see, the full shoulder is at the left hand side, while the off the shoulder is at the right hand side. Okay, so we are going to be making this. So I'll be making my full shoulder here. For this full shoulder neckline that is here, I'm going to be using, from the armhole side, I'm going to be using just 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches there. And for my off the shoulder side, I'm going to be minusing 1.5 inch here. So, and at this point, as you can see here, this is the middle part of the bodice. Okay, the middle line here, as we did on our fold. Okay, now for this part of the neckline, you can see it's dropping down here. I'm going to be using like 3 inches to drop it down from the shoulder. Okay, this is exactly at the armhole. If it were to be a full shoulder, you notice that this is exactly at the armhole, which is here. So I will be dropping here with 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches. So I'm going to try now and get that shape of the neck. Okay, here it will be dropping in. Okay, this is exactly, this middle part here, which is the peak side, is exactly on the shoulder line. Okay, it's exactly on the shoulder line. So I'm going to be trying to I'm going to try and get that shape of the neckline. I'm going to be doing that swiftly. And this will be it. So firstly, I dropped about 1/2 inch here. Okay, and then I came over here and dropped about 3 inches here, so that I'll be able to get the curve here. All right, and this is the upper part of my other bustier side. Okay, so here now will be coming in this way. For the off the shoulder neckline, we don't usually use the entire armhole here, so I'll be reducing here by 1 inch or 1.5 inch to curve out to my original armhole here. Here I had to extend it because of the princess dart. You know that the princess dart, this other side doesn't use to meet up. Okay, so it's this full shoulder side that needs that, but for this off shoulder part it doesn't need it. So I'll be shaping it in back to how it's supposed to be. So this will give me a cut out, and then join it so that you guys can see. and also cut it out of my pattern for better understanding. So you just cut it out like this. The back piece, I've gone ahead to cut out a basic princess dart back piece. The thing that I'll be doing here now is to reduce this back side, the middle front of the back side, by 1 inch, okay, to slant it out towards this other edge so as to avoid a protruding V shape at the back side. So I'll be slanting it on a straight line this way, okay. And then the next thing, I want to cut out my asymmetrical neck pattern to rhyme with the front pattern as well. So for the back piece, you have to open it from the fold, and remember I added 1 inch for the zipper allowance for the back piece, so I'm going to place that one this way once again. Alright, and this is actually a taffeta material. This material does not have a good or a bad face. Either way you turn it, it will still remain the same. I'm using this as an interfacing to the actual fabric that I'll be sewing it on top of it. Okay, so if the front piece, remember this side was our full shoulder. For the front piece, you want to make sure that as you are cutting this symmetrical neck, it aligns very well. Now, unlike the front pattern, this back piece is only going to be having a normal, we're not going to be shaping the neck like that as we did the front piece. It's just going to be having a normal neck, asymmetrical neck line. And for the front piece, this shoulder side, I used 3 inches. So for this back side also, I have to use 3 inches as well. You can give it any shape you want. It can be high, it can be low, okay. So this is what I'll be giving the back piece. You can make it higher than this, okay. Then I'll be cutting it out, and that will be all for my back piece. The next thing I will do is to cut my cup sleeve. You can see it's a very small cup sleeve or cap sleeve for the full shoulder neckline, while the other of the shoulder side is just having a straight short sleeve as well. So you do that. And of course, guys, for the down part, I'll be using this fabric. I'm also going to be overlaying it on upper parts, okay. And I'll be actually, that pattern is actually 360-degree peplum used for the down part, but here I'll be making 180-degree. You can also make your gathers if you wish to. It will also come out well for the down part of that dress. So I'll be folding it this way in case you don't know how to fold to make 180-degree. This is the method of folding it, okay. So now I have my material folded into 4. It is also called the bias form, okay. You want to make a bias, this is how you fold on the bias form. All right, my full length is actually 42 inches, and the upper body is 16 inches in length, okay. So that means 42 minus 16, that will be giving us 26 inches left. So I have to ensure that from this under part, you can see where it ends here, okay. So I have to ensure that that is 26 inches, but I'm making it 27 because of hemming allowance. All right, okay. So that is where it gives me. Now my round waist is actually 6 3/4. Let me call that 7 inches. So I'll come and ensure that here also gives me 7 inches, okay, which it almost does. So from this other angle here, just like we do our 360-degree peplum, where we turn around the arc, I'm going to place in the head of my tape at the peak of this angle here. And remember where I marked, here to here should give me my full length. So I'm placing my tape there, and it is giving me about 11.5 inches there. So I'm going to be taking 11.5 inches all the way around, and I've ensured that I've added 1 inch here. You can see this other 2 parts of the fold is protruding outwards. That is for zip allowance. So I'm going to be using 11.5 turn round, or 12 inches rather, to turn round this way. Whatsoever gives you your round waist is what you'll be using to turn around this way. So this is the arc I'll be forming now. This is also another type of peplum. You can call it 180-degree peplum. I hope you can see the arc that I've formed here using my chalk. This is actually a chiffon material. It doesn't stay one place. So from this part here, I'll ensure that I have my round waist divided by 4, and here I'm having, which is 7 inches, and here I'm having 8. Is a good thing, no challenge with that. I'm going to be working with that. Then, like I said earlier, the full length of my dress is 42 inches. If you minus 16 inches, which I've used for the upper part of the bodies, that will be left with 26 inches. So from here, I want to ensure that I have 26 inches plus 1 inch, making it 27 because of my hemming allowance. Okay, so I'm going to be marking out 27 inches right there all the way down. Your 180-degree peplum also comes out as beautiful as your 360-degree peplum as well. Alright, so in case you do not have enough fabric to work with, so you can actually make your 360-degree 180-degree peplum instead of your 360-degree peplum. I'm going to be cutting it out now. Pardon me, you can't see it actually very well because this is chiffon material. It's difficult, a little bit difficult to work with. So here goes my 26 inches length. So whatever is your length is what you'll be working with. You may use a more sturdier material than chiffon and it will work well. As you can see, this is the peplum. Alright, coming out well and beautiful. Okay, so this will go on the waistline, and here you have your peplum. You can go ahead and make your 360-degree, your gathers or whatsoever to make that beautiful dress.